Hey, my friends, how are you? I'm so excited that we are in 2026 and we are starting what I am calling SOAR season. And what that means for me, if you go back and listen to the last podcast, is really about being in this perimenopause season. Maybe you're in the menopause season, maybe you're like just easing into the perimenopause. I don't know if easing in is the right word, but and I really want to dive into that. I have amazing guest speakers coming on, and I want to dive into it because that's where I am. And I feel like it is starting to be a real conversation. And I wish I had this conversation when I started my 40s and started feeling some of the things that were going on with it and had no idea what it was, other than maybe I was going crazy. So I really want to start these conversations and kind of open people's eyes and know that I'm here for you. And I've been through a lot and I would love to hold your hand and help you. And that really brings me to my 5Gs. So if you have been in my world, you know that I talk about the 5Gs a lot. And if you haven't, that's all right, because I'm going to talk about them one more time with a little focus on the 5Gs in your actual perimenopause stage and what it means for me. It might mean a little different for you, but hopefully you can resonate with some of this, relate with some of this. And if you know somebody who could use this, I would absolutely love it if you shared it with them. I am just about sharing stories and being there for each other. So I would so appreciate that. So, my 5Gs are something that I came up with because I was having a hard time in my 40s. I became very depressed in my 40s. I started getting huge headaches in my 40s. I gained a lot of weight in my 40s. I had no idea why, which might sound crazy to you, but this is, anywhere from 9 to 7 years ago. And it wasn't conversation like it is today. It is definitely more of a conversation now than it was before. I always thought perimenopause was more like hot flashes, night sweats. That's what I thought it was, right? Maybe some hormonal shifts, but I didn't really know what. So when I was in my early 40s and this started really coming on, I was like, what's going on with me? What is happening? And I had to find ways to get through my day, right? I remember I went to a doctor for my depression, and she's like, well, I don't think you really have depression because you're waking up every day and you're getting through your day. Well, I have to, and I have depression. I that wasn't very good. Was not very good for me. So I had to find ways to get through my days, and these are the things that came to me. And because maybe I'm an English teacher, because I love language, I had to like make them all the same letter, right? So my 5Gs are grace, gratitude, grit, glee, and gal gangs. And these have helped me. And sometimes I use them daily. I usually use them daily. Sometimes I just use them weekly. But I know I have these now as a resource and tools for me. So I'm going to start with grace and we can kind of work our way through it. But grace is, giving ourselves some leeway, right? Knowing that I am in perimenopause and things are changing and my hormones might be off one day and, it can be a roller coaster. One day I might have a lot of energy, one day I might not. And this is even if you're not in perimenopause. If you are a woman, you have cycles, right? So being able to give ourselves some grace that not every day is going to look the same, not every week is going to look the same because not every season looks the same. And I'm one of those people who really like to be gung ho. I like to have challenges. I like to say I do things every day. I like to cross things off a list. But I also have to give myself grace because I can't do that every day. I need to be able to listen to my body and be like, okay, this is actually what my body needs today. Maybe it doesn't need a HIIT workout. Maybe it needs some yoga. Maybe I need to, I hit 8,000 steps and that's okay. I'm going to give myself some grace. So grace is really, it's so important to give to yourself. I don't want you to be filled with shoulds. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Like that's such a sad way to live because you never hit it, right? Like you never hit those shoulds. How can we're not perfect people. There are going to be days when we just don't get it done, and that's okay too. It is absolutely okay. Grace is also like being able to ask for help. Like, I don't know what's going on with my body. I need help. I don't have a lot of motivation. I need some help. I don't know what to do with this part of my life. I need some help. Definitely that is a part of grace and people want to help. The right people in your life want to help. Maybe not everybody, but the right people in your life, and maybe that's how we know who it is and who it isn't, but the right people in your life really do want to help. Is actually, if you think about when you get to help somebody and how good you feel inside, if we don't ask people for help, we're depriving them of that. So that's the grace part. The gratitude part is definitely in this perimenopause. It is kind of like I feel gratitude that I am this age. I am turning 50. And if you would have asked me before, I would be like, 50, oh my God, hang on, right? And now I'm like, oh, I have so much gratitude for all the lessons that I have learned, all the years I have been through. I have learned so much. I have so many tools under my belt. I have learned to put up boundaries. I have learned to take care of myself. I have learned to, excuse me, ask for help. I am so grateful for my experiences and what I have learned. I've always say we're all going to have our experiences and some of them are really crappy, but it's what you learn and take away from those experiences that really matter. And I'm grateful for that. I am grateful that I am this age and I am able to function. I'm also, and this is going to kind of go along with the grit because they're all intertwined really. But I'm grateful I can move my body. I'm grateful I'm healthy. I'm grateful I'm mentally more stable. I am so grateful, and I really think having a gratefulness practice in your life is amazing. It can be as easy as before you go to bed at night, think of three things that you're really grateful for, but maybe it's also in the morning. I tend to do mine in the morning. I have a ritual where I say three things I'm grateful for every single morning. And when you do them, maybe you write them in a journal, but when you do them, I really want you to feel them. And I think that is the key. So when you are doing a grateful practice, like I want you to feel it in your body. If I say, I am so grateful, I used to when I started, I'll just share this with you. When I started, I'd be like, I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my dogs. I am great. And it would just be like some pretty basic things that I am grateful for. But when I learned to dig a little deeper, that is when things shifted. So I might say, instead of saying I'm thankful for my family, I can be like, I am thankful that my daughter came and sought me out yesterday when she needed someone to lean on, and I was that person. And I can feel that in my heart, how that made me feel. It just filled my whole body up with warmth and tenderness and loving. And when I think about that moment now, I can feel all of that all over again. That's the game changer. If I say, oh, I'm thankful for my dogs, that's great. But I can say, I am so thankful that the dogs got to go to work with Trevor today. So I know that they were happy all day. And I know they got spoiled. And I know they're going to come home and be exhausted and just so happy. And I can feel that in my body. And that's something much more specific than just I'm half grateful for my dogs. So having that shift in your gratitude practice is really huge as well. And that brings me to the grit. And that is just getting things done, right? Getting it done. And I am also grateful that I know I can get things done. We, at this age, we have done some hard things, right? Have you not? We have done some hard things, and we know that we can get past them. We know we can learn from them. We know we can move on from them because we're here right now. And it's also the grit of saying, I know that I can do 10,000 steps a day. Even when I maybe am like down and out, I'll tell you yesterday, this is the week we just came back from school. So it's a full week of school. If you know, you know. I was exhausted last night and I just wanted to come home and curl up on the couch. And I did talk about this in grace, but let me tell you, the grace for me was combined with the grit because I said, you know what? I actually have this exercise that's 5 minutes. I'll do it. So I did the exercise for 5 minutes. Then I'm like, ugh, I'm so close to my steps. Let me hop on the treadmill. I'll do finish my steps. So I did that. And then I was like, you know what? Now I have some energy. My endorphins are flowing. I think I'll do a 15-minute weight thing. And I did a 15-minute weight thing and then I was done. I did it. I knew I could. If I just started, I could do it. And I also know that once I do it, I feel so much better. So much better. I had energy for the rest of the night. I was happier. I gave myself grace by giving myself grit, if that makes sense to you. And I'm grateful for both of those. See how these are like they just play off each other, they combine together. I just love them. The next one is Glee, and that is, finding happiness in your life. And I will say at this stage of my life, my happiness is so much different. And, you know, I know what makes me happy, and I stick to my boundaries now about it. I know what doesn't make me happy, and I try really hard not to do those things anymore. And I think that comes with age and wisdom as well, and really being true to yourself. I don't have to be a people pleaser. I don't have to be a yes person anymore. I'm not looking for the gold star from other people all the time. Um, I can actually really think about like what I want to do and where I want to be and how I want to have fun. And sometimes my fun is hanging out with my dogs and reading. And sometimes my fun is joining my community online and just being a part of them and learning from them and soaking them in. And sometimes my fun is going out with friends or family. But I also know that if there is something I've done in the past that is not fun, but I felt obligated, or those shoulds, going back to those shoulds, I don't do it anymore because I don't have to. I just don't have to, and you don't have to either. We don't have to do the shoulds. We need to listen to our body and ourselves and be true to it. But you should find fun every single day. And I know sometimes that sounds like totally not in a place where you can be. Um, but I will tell you that when I was in my depression, these are the 5G's that got me up. And even if that fun was just, like I said, snuggling on the couch with my dogs, the next morning, I got to be grateful about that and make that part of my gratefulness practice. And I got to feel that again. Those little tiny steps, those little tiny habits are what fill you up and let you take one step in front of the other. They are what get you through. And my last G of the 5G's is gal gangs. And for me, that's you guys. That's why I come on here. It's you guys. It's also my community, and my 5G's have shifted and changed as I gone through perimenopause as well. Um, it goes a lot back to boundaries, like what I'm okay doing, what I'm not okay doing, what I'm okay putting up with and not. Um, I used to just want to be friends with everybody, and I still want to be nice and I want to be kind to everybody. But now I also want to make sure like you have the same morals I do. You have the same kind of outlook on life that I do. You are motivated like me. Like if I want to be motivated, I have to be around motivated people. If I want people who are into self, like if I want to be really into self-development, I have to be around people who are into self-development. If I stick with a person or a group who is grumbly, depressed, their energy is off, I feel that. I feel that, and before I know it, I start soaking it in, and that becomes me, and I don't want that. So I am very, very conscious of who my gal gangs are now and what I feel comfortable around. So my gal gangs are definitely, well, my family. They're my gangs because I do like to be home. And because I like to be home, I have amazing gal gangs online. And a lot of them are through Arbonne for sure. We meet every Tuesday to go over, just really self-development is what we go over. It is framed in a coaching call, a business coaching call, but it is self-development. If you have your own business, you know. So there is that. There is our expansion society within Arbonne, which is just amazing women who just motivate us and lift each other up. There is the Everfit app that we're in, where the ladies are just showing us what they're doing for workouts, showing us what they're doing to eat. Like those kind of communities, those kind of gal gangs are what I am all about because they are focused on the same things I am. And what I am focused on in perimenopause is being stronger, being healthier, being happier than I was before because now I have the tools under my belt to make that happen. And when I was in my early 40s, I didn't. And that is why I started this podcast. That is why I did so much research. That's why I became a certified coach and a certified Reiki master. I just wanted to learn all the things and share them with you guys. And it has helped me tremendously. So I hope these 5Gs help you in some way. Like when I am really down and out and I'm having a bad day, I can be like, wait, what am I grateful for? Wait, what is one thing today I could give myself grace on? What is one thing I can have grit and just do because I know I have to do it? What is that one thing? Who in my gal gang can I reach out to? What can I do for fun today, even if it's for a minute? Even if it's just skipping down my driveway, what can I do to bring a smile on my face? So these 5Gs have helped me time in and time out. I'm really hoping they help you. I'm hoping they resonate with you. I'm hoping you can just find these 5Gs in your day every single day. And I love you guys. And I can't wait. Next week we have a speaker, and I'm so excited to have her. So just keep listening. Reach out. Let me know what you think, what's going on with you. I just share your story. I am here for you. I am ready to be here for you. And let's make this season our source season where we rise higher than we ever have before, but we don't have to flap so hard. All right. I love you guys.